In some outdoor sports, there's this moment. It's that point when a backcountry skier or boarder has already reached the top of the ridge, when a skydiver is already at altitude, when a mountain biker has already finished the climb over the pass. It's that moment when you've already put in all the work and you're already exactly where you need to be to just let gravity take over and power you from there as your reward. You've still got to pay attention on the way down, but it's a lot more fun and a lot less grind than all the work that got you there. That's where we are right now, Cardano.
Preparados, listos, vamos.
Big thanks to Jimmy Pons and the @Nice Per Planet project for that intro. That's @NicePerplanet. Today we're going to discuss the February upgrade rollout that happened today, John O'Connor's update on loans beginning in Kenya, and the long-awaited launch of the mysterious MuesliSwap milk staking. Just a quick reminder, the Army of Spies Stakepool, ticker AOS, is live, and we welcome your delegation. You may notice in Yoroi or Daedalus that we updated some metadata. In our case, we were just adding a logo. But whenever you do that, sometimes it takes Yoroi and Daedalus a couple of days to update. So you may see us display it as unknown pool, and our pool name is missing, and the logo is missing. That's just because it takes Yoroi and Daedalus a couple of days to update. We're hoping that'll be remedied soon, but if you see that in one of those wallets, there's no problem. It's just that they need to update. Here are the full release notes on the February update. It's Cardano node 1.34.0. As we come down, we can see we have node changes. Yes. Consensus changes. Nope. Ledger changes. Nope. Network changes? Yes. Cardano CLI, the command line interface? Yes. Cardano API? Yes. Plutus, script performance improvements? We like that. Deprecated features? No. Fixed issues? Yep. Spelling error and a spurious assertion failure. I know you all were super worried. You were like, I can't wait for node 1.34.0 because the spurious assertion failure is driving me crazy. You don't have to worry anymore. It's over. And look at this. Official like a referee with a whistle. That's some 90s talk for you. We got sign off from the technical lead, the QA engineer, ops, and the release manager. It's all super official. I know you're thinking that didn't actually convey any of what's in this February update, did it? Luckily, Tim Harrison has brought us a narrative version with this beautiful image of a new dawn. Look at this. It's the sun rising, maybe setting, but it looks like it's rising over these beautiful woodland hills. And look at this. There might even be a second sun here. Maybe this is like an alien world with two suns. I like it. A new dawn, nonetheless. So what is actually in this release? This is the first major release of 2022, and it contains some powerful improvements and enhancements. You'll remember John Woods talking about CDDL, concise data definition language, in the mid-month update and also the February Cardano 360. So this update brings us the ability to create transactions conforming to the CDDL. We also have multi-sig in incremental stages. Instead of everyone having to sign a transaction together, one party can sign the transaction first, then send it over to someone else. We also have new command line interface tools for stakepool operators to check the leadership schedule. So this will give them the ability to see when they're actually up to mint a block. So they can do things like maintenance to their pools, whatever it is they might be doing at times other than when they're assigned to mint the next block. This is going to be good for SPOs. We also have a command line interface tool for local mempool inspection. You'll remember during the times of very, very heavy congestion, and maybe tomorrow as I record, today as you listen to this, will also be a day of very, very heavy congestion with the SundaySwap ISO tokens being retrievable on drip drops for the first time. During these times, often what happens is the wallets have their own mempool. and those mempools get full. And it takes a while just to submit your transaction to the blockchain. In the case of the early days of SundaySwap, that was a very long period of time, even to get your transaction just from your wallet to the blockchain. And then it would have to execute on the blockchain. Now, developers will be able to inspect the local mempools with the command line interface. They'll also have a tool to estimate script cost. This is important. It's important that they can tell how many resources their scripts are using up, especially in this little interim period before the June hard fork combinator event when we get SIP 33. Because every time we use a script right now, that script has to be included in the block, and they take up a lot of space. I think we heard in the Cardano 360 for February that they take up on average between 14 and 16 KB. That's a lot of space in a limited amount of block space. As soon as we get SIP 33, not a problem. They'll be much smaller because we're just referencing where they've been used on the block previously, on the blockchain previously. But right now, we don't yet have that luxury, not until June. So developers being able to estimate script cost with the command line interface tool will be very valuable. So obviously, this isn't as big an update as the June update will be with SIPs 31 through 33. But this was an important preparatory update, and we've got some big things coming. These include things like pipelining, the Plutus SIPs we just talked about, UTXO on disk storage, and the legendary Hydra that everybody's looking forward to so much. But there are also things like IOG's new dApp Store and Light Wallet, as well as Mithril. So we've got a lot of really big things coming in the Department of Scaling in 2022. I think we're basically a brand new blockchain after June. I think the second half of this year, after we have SIP 33 especially, and we've got all of these projects already launched on Cardano, and we have the beginning rollouts of the first versions of Hydra heads, we might as well be a brand new blockchain. The crazy thing is, this isn't the hard stuff, guys. This is the easy stuff. I'm not saying that scaling a blockchain is easy, but the stuff that Cardano's already done to solve the blockchain trilemma was the really hard stuff. Carefully, scientifically, through peer-reviewed research, laying that foundation to now build this stuff, to now have this 2022 of scaling. The hard part was laying that foundation. Other blockchains didn't do this. They rushed to market. And right now they're seeing the rewards for their, many different types of first mover advantage, but they didn't lay the same kind of foundation that Cardano did. They laid a different foundation and just built things on top of that as quickly as they could. And they're reaping the short-term rewards from that. But Cardano built a very, very robust foundation to truly solve the blockchain trilemma. And now building these things, that's the easy part. We've already hiked to the top of the mountain. We've already stored up all that potential energy. Now we can let gravity do its thing and power us from here on out. We don't have to trudge uphill anymore. Unfortunately, for a lot of other blockchains, they only came halfway up. Speaking of having already done all the legwork, we got this update from Mr. John O'Connor. He says, first loans to Kenyan small and mid-sized enterprises went out over the weekend. Looking forward to turning this into a product soon, so any Cardano holder can generate yield that's uncorrelated to crypto whilst making impact. See, I said whilst instead of whilst. I know a lot of you European English speakers hate it that everybody in North America says whilst, but I said whilst this time, just for you guys. It was not hollow talk when Charles talked about figuring out ways to create efficient capital movement from the developed world to the developing world. And obviously Cardano has a huge focus on Africa. This is, and I love the approach to this. It's not the typical developed world approach. Let's just recklessly throw money at the problem and let that disappear into the mist, through whatever you want to call it, inefficiency, corruption, whatever it is. Instead, they're trying to create a win-win situation where Cardano holders could fund these loans, actually generate a yield. And John does a good job here of pointing out that that yield could be uncorrelated to crypto. Crypto could be doing whatever, but if you are funding a loan to a small or mid-sized enterprise in Kenya, whether or not they pay back that loan is probably going to be a little uncorrelated to whatever the crypto markets are doing, which could be a great thing if you're in the crypto markets. I think this is great. I think this win-win approach, the Kenyan SMEs having access to capital, Cardano holders being able to generate a yield that's uncorrelated to crypto. This is another example of Cardano putting its money where its mouth is and actually walking the walk. We see a lot of aspirational talk in the crypto space throughout its entire existence about things just like this. But I mean, outside of the example of El Salvador, it's a short list of crypto projects actually putting people on the ground in places like Africa and really making this kind of stuff happen. This is one of my favorite things when we can partially solve a mystery. So you'll remember that MuesliSwap has had milk for a while now, and we've talked about milk many times. There's always been this mystery. We knew there would be staking. We didn't know exactly what you would earn from the milk staking. And we also knew that milk staking was going to come in February, and the days kind of ticked away. We got closer and closer to the last day of February until it got to a point this morning when people were counting down the number of hours left in February, both in Switzerland and in other parts of the world, wondering if the team would make their sort of self-imposed February sort of deadline. And they actually did. They actually made the deadline, and they delivered beta milk staking. They say beta staking is now live. We are happy to announce that milk beta staking is now live on mainnet. By participating in MuesliSwap staking, milk holders have the chance to earn new exciting tokens. Learn more in our article. The big question has always been, would the reward tokens be worth having, or would they be lame? So that question has been partially answered, and we'll get to that in just a second. The team says by participating in MuesliSwap staking, milk holders have the chance to earn exciting Cardano tokens. Yep, we already got that part, such as Flick2 and Snow. In this article, we have prepared a summary of what this means and how you can stake your milk. So they say, how does staking work? They say anyone can deposit their milk tokens into our smart contract. So obviously there's a smart contract involved in the staking. You can then decide between different token pools in which you will earn rewards. The rewards within each token pool are distributed to all participants staking their milk in the pool. Once you unstake your milk tokens, you can automatically claim the accumulated token rewards from the milk pool. The rewards will then be sent in a separate transaction to your wallet. I actually did this. We'll cover that in just a second. They say, how can I get started? They give you a link. You will see a list of milk pools where you can stake your milk tokens along with some information. In the example below, we have a pool with the Snow token as a reward. We can see the total amount of milk staked at the moment and the current reward per one milk. This mechanism shows the estimated rewards you can get if you stake until the pool end date. Each pool has a start and an end date. You can now simply click on stake milk and enter the desired amount, and you're done. What tokens can I earn? They list just 3 of the many tokens that are available: Flick2, Goki, and Snow. Here's why it's a partial solving of the mystery. One of the things we are more than proud of is going to be the new feature, Stake Milk to earn NFTs. Together with some of our partners, we will bring some exciting NFT projects to milk holders. This is interesting to me. So regardless of how interested or not, or excited or not you are about PFP NFTs, a lot of them have significant value. They end up having value. There's a lot of them that do not have a ton of value, and I'm sure in the future we will see, serious fluctuations in that market that could lead to many more of them not having significant value. But in the meantime, NFTs, whether they're PFP NFTs or otherwise, there's quite a bit of value locked up in that ecosystem. And Cardano has quite the vibrant NFT scene. So if you could stake your milk tokens and earn NFTs in new NFT drops that have a lot of excitement around them, I mean, this could be pretty significant. Of course, if they're not cool NFTs, then the opposite might be true too. Here's the Milk Pool's staking page. So you can see all the tokens. How many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm counting 11 different tokens available right now. I'm sure this is going to be like anything else with MuesliSwap or with crypto in general. There will be probably many, many more pools of coins available to you. So you can pick any of these, and they've got a rewards to milk ratio. I believe this is the number of that coin you're going to earn per milk you stake in the pool over the period of the pool. So if we look at the snow pool here, you will earn 0.05 snow tokens per MuesliSwap token, looks like. And this pool will end on June 23rd, 2022, if I'm reading the date correctly, at 600 hours. I don't know if that's UTC or what, but it looks like it's June 23rd. So over the course of that time, if you had one milk token staked, you would earn this amount of snow, if I'm understanding correctly. So I've actually done this. I've staked and unstaked, moved to a different pool, unstaked from that one, and moved back. It works pretty seamlessly for me when I did it yesterday as you listen to this recording. Today, after the epic boundary, might be different because we're going to have all of the drip drops, Sunday swap, ISO token claiming going on. And that's going to be one of the biggest token drops in the history of Cardano. So the blockchain is going to get very congested, if I had to guess. So I'm not saying this will all work as seamlessly once that's going on, because I think everything on the chain might be a whole lot slower. But when I did this today, I was able to do these things in under 5 minutes. Staking, very quick. Unstaking, very quick. I unstaked, got my tokens. I didn't have to wait till the end of this time period to get my tokens. I just unstaked, and they sent the tokens to my wallet, I believe in a separate transaction. But it worked pretty smoothly. Hope you're having a great week, and I will talk to you tomorrow.